This was a scene at the Green's house this morning at about 8:28. My Ring front door alarm went off several times prior to this, and I didn't think much about it. We have people coming and going all the time because of our tenants. But when I looked on the review of the camera footage, I noticed some young skinny fella acting all erratic and weird on my front porch and roaming around my yard. Then I noticed him going towards my lower driveway. So I thought, well, that's odd. He never left the camera, so I would see if he was still in my driveway. Well, I went and looked at my kitchen window. I saw what you can see here in this corner. Doors of my truck hanging open, doors of my son's Jeep hanging open. And I saw a man sitting in the back seat of the Jeep. So I called the police. And this is the time when the police showed up, 8:28. They're now, what I understand they're doing at this point is they're waiting for some more backup to arrive. On reviewing my Ring doorbell camera, it looked like he was going to the front door, trying to get in the front door, looking around for keys is what I would assume he was doing. You'll see here in the upper left corner the police are showing up. And what they told me after they apprehended him is that he had been at the hospital and had been released, and the hospital basically told him to get out of here. Of course, you could tell he was high as a kite. You could tell if you watch him walk. You probably won't see much of that on here, but when you watch him walk, he walks like a rag doll with his feet and legs and arms flopping around. You can see the police come around now. They've got their tasers drawn, getting their gloves on for confrontation. There's also police you don't see in the woods right in front of the Jeep. They were up there on that road in case the man tried to get out and run. But they said they had had several reports of him going through the neighborhood, I guess on his way to my house here, rifling through cars in the neighborhood. Now you can see in the lower left-hand corner the policeman's now pulling in the driveway. They're checking out my truck with the doors hanging open. At this point, I'm trying to get on close so I can come down and see what's going on. I'd been standing here for about 15 minutes watching him, which is what they asked me to do when I called 911. At this point, I had turned the phone over to my son. You can see at this point I thought he was going to get tasered. He wasn't complying very well, but then he did decide to cooperate with them. Not much more happens here. They take him in. He tells the police he's sitting in his buddy's Jeep, somebody named James. And of course, when I come out, by the time they put him in the back of the truck, back of the car, they ask him if this is James, and he says, no, I don't know him. Of course, I'm the owner of the car, and I don't know the guy either. But the thing that is really disturbing is when I came home, I had a 9 o'clock sale to attend to purchase a house. When I came home and had the time to review this camera footage, I went back and looked at the whole event. Basically what you see, I won't go through the whole thing, but what you see here is that he walks down the street at about 7:05. You can see kind of his erratic behavior and does it in reverse and sped up really high. But he walks down the street. He at some point decides he's going to come through my yard, walk straight to my son's Jeep. Of course, my wonderful guard dog doesn't do anything, and he gets in the Jeep and he acts like he's talking to the windows. Every time he sees his reflection, he starts talking to it, which I'm not going to bother to show you that, but there's one point where he sees a reflection in the window of my car, and he has about a 5-minute conversation with himself, and then opens the door and then sits down on the floorboard for a good 5 minutes or so. He did the same thing with the mirror when he saw it. But you can see he's all around the house at different points of time. He's at the front door trying the doorknob. He's at the garage door trying that, looking in all the windows everywhere he goes. But here's the thing that's really disturbing. At this point you can see him up in the upper left corner. He's already tried the front door. He's doing this crazy duck walk around the house. He goes off camera here. I don't have cameras on that side because there's nothing but a couple windows. And you'll see him come around here to the back of the house, which is the lower right corner. Right about here he comes, doing this crazy goofy walk. He walks right up to this is a big sliding glass door. It's a three-piece door. It's a little confusing if you've never encountered one, because it's only the middle pane that moves. The two side panes don't move. But you can see he's trying to open the different panes. He's pushing on things. This is a screen that he's pulling on now. He's managed to pull it back all the way. He's trying to figure out how to get in. You can see him pry himself, he's putting himself in the jam, trying to push on the door, trying to get in. At this point, he's literally trying to break into my home. And this is what's kind of spooky. He's gotten hold of the handle, and he's pulling as hard as he can there. Now he's picking up a piece of rock, piece of concrete. And he's trying to kind of beat around on the handle and use it to pry. He throws that aside. He's looking for something else. He picks up something else here. I'm not sure what it is. I think I can't tell if he's off the edge of the patio or what. This is like a rock or something, I think. But you can see he works on this door for quite a while. At this point, my wife's downstairs doing her morning workout. At this point, she's probably actually on her way up to the shower. Of course, here he sits down, thinks about it for a while, and then after he hangs out here for a bit, he goes back around the front. And from here there he is trying again, but from here he goes to the front door and tries to get in there, and then goes down around again, tries the garage doors. So this was our Tuesday morning. So if you're in Stonecrest, you might want to kind of keep your eyes open. Believe it or not, this is not the first time we've had something like this happen here. So there you go.